Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for December 12th to the 18th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to your reading, to get more specific. And Aquarius, I do this because I love you and I want you to feel like it is a personal reading. Like we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. And lastly, astrology and tarot, they've gone hand in hand for centuries. In fact, astrology came first, and that's why every tarot card is assigned an astrological element, ruling planet. I mean, we go really deep with the astrology part. So listen, Aquarius, we're coming out of a really heavy week. All right, last week, not only did we have that full moon in Gemini that was in your fifth house, by the way. Fifth house is love and pleasure and family and creativity. It's a great house. Okay, it's a really great house. But that full moon, there was a lot of, let's just say, the aspects were like, right? So there could have been something emotional. Now, what made it really interesting is that it was bookended by Mercury going into Capricorn and Venus going into Capricorn, okay? So here's the thing. This week, Aquarius, listen, I know that you've had a lot in your mind, okay? There could have been a lot in your mind in terms of your passions, your hopes and dreams, but it's good because a big energy coming through is that you've been spending a lot more time with friends, and I'm glad. And, even if it's not physical, through Zoom, texting a little bit more, being more interactive on social media, if that's your thing. But listen, we are entering your 12th house, okay? So what's happening now is you're going to start thinking about things that you need to let go, all right? This is going to be a big time for that before 2023, all right? Next week, by the way, and pay attention to the reading next week. Big week. That's an understatement, actually, okay? Epic week, all right? Jupiter's going into Aries, Sun is going into Capricorn, we have the winter solstice, all right? We have officially entering winter, and then we have that new moon in Capricorn, list all bundled within days of each other. It's crazy, all right? So, but for now, just know it's time to let go of some things, and you're going to start doing that. You're going to be thinking about the things that you do not want to bring with you into 2023. And with Venus in Capricorn, with Mercury in Capricorn, it's time to be pragmatic, time to be practical, time to get serious, time to really put your head in the game, eyes on the prize, and go for it. Go for the things that you want. Now listen, Aquarius, I am going to go ahead and start your reading because I talk way too much, but that's really all I really wanted to say right now. Just know that, the other thing, well, okay, you know what, let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and do it, and I'll tell you what you need to know while I'm doing your spread. So, again, this is for December 12th to the 18th. So, Aquarius, listen, as I was saying, you can tell I'm back in Brooklyn. I'm back in my home. I was, on a road trip for 2 weeks to go drive home and see my family in Atlanta for Thanksgiving. So while I was on my road trip, I did your 2023 year ahead overview. So make sure you check those out next year. Oh my goodness, so much activity in your fourth house, okay? Jupiter's going into your fourth house. That's your domestic sector, relationships, your physical home, your actual home, okay? You could move in with a partner. You could start a relationship. There's so much things. You could become parents. But we'll talk. Read your 2023. That's all I'm saying. Or watch that video because I go further into it. Now, this week, Aquarius, big week for you. Oh my goodness, holy cow! Really big week. Okay, you need to. Let's get started. You got the devil, okay? You got the devil in your past, though. This is really good. This is saying that there is something that you recognize that you had to let go. What I've been saying from the beginning, astrologically, this is a time to let things go. This is good. I'm glad that you got the devil in your past, okay? If you haven't, you will soon, okay? Because we're about to get to the heart of your spread. But listen, devil is everything that you would think that it represents. It's our vices, our addictions. drugs and alcohol, obviously the most cliche, but addictions come in a lot of other forms. I mean, you could be, scrolling through social media all day long, not getting anything done. You could be binging Love is Blind all day, right? Not getting anything done. Those are forms of addiction, you know what I mean? But it's also like bad behaviors and bad patterns and just the way that we think. Now, listen, with all this energy in Capricorn, with Venus in Capricorn, especially, and Mercury in Capricorn, oh my goodness, listen, there's a lot of power in words. So there's basically what I'm trying, what there could have been a moment where you may have said something or thought something, and it was a moment of clarity where you're like, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, and now I know. Okay, so that's part of some of this, but for some Aquarians, it may resonate in other areas. All right, this devil energy that came up, just that stuff that we need to let. We don't want to bring this energy with us into this next chapter, right? And we're about to enter a really big chapter. All right, so think about letting go the things that do not serve you well. All right, it looks like a lot of y'all have, because now we're coming to the heart of your spread. And one thing I'm going to point out, you see that you did get 4 major arcana. This is going to be a very significant week, and you got Judgment. So this is really great because this is in the heart. This is like the headline news of the week. Okay, now this is all about having a moment of clarity and healing and spiritual awakening. Okay, and I know spiritual is a strong word. Just think mind, body, soul. Mind, body, soul. All right, just that balance, right? But listen, you see the archangel here blowing the trumpet, and then the dead arising. They're all gray and tarot wisdom. So it's almost like this week you're gonna hear the blowing of the trumpet. All right, metaphorically or figuratively, obviously, unless there is someone who, if you live next to a church or something, I don't know. But look, this is great. Okay, so this week, have that moment of clarity. Okay, perfect timing, and this is why I have so much faith in you, because the devil came in your past. So it looks like you will or have gone past this thing that was just sucking all the energy out of you, or something that made you realize, oh, I don't like that part of myself. Gotta let that go. All right, so have that moment of clarity, have that aha moment. If you haven't had it yet, you will. All right, this week it is going to happen. Okay, and this is really great because it is going to be healing. Because when you think about I always point this out, and it's this is the only card in tarot where there is a huge connotation to sound, and sound is vibration. Okay, and so we raise our vibration levels, right, with sound, because sound is healing. And so think about sound. Go way back. All right, go back to the beginning of humankind. All right, we have used sound to heal for millennia. All right, whether it's Gregorian chanting, whether it's Native American drum beats, whether it's a gospel choir, sound heals. This is what this card is for, okay? And so while you have that moment of clarity, you are healing in a way where when you move forward, it's letting go of all these things. This is the card that comes right before the world, all right? So you have to have that moment. You have to be that alignment and just knowing that you've let go of the devil. All right, let go of the devil of that experience and all those things that are holding you back. Now here's the other thing, is you did get the 4 of Swords, but in your challenge area. So I need you to let go of those things that aren't serving you well. Okay, I need you to take the time, if you haven't already. All right, this is all about stillness of mind. This is meditation. This is more healing. Okay, but when it comes up in your challenge area, it's just saying that let's make some time. All right, let's make some time, especially recovery too. Okay, now if it is a thing with drugs or alcohol, again, which is some people have those moments where they're just like, ooh, I probably shouldn't have done so much and now I want more, whatever. But listen, again, this isn't just meditation. This isn't just a stillness of mind. This is recovery as well. All right, so take that moment. Okay, take that moment. If you need to take a longer, like a weekend break or something, make that happen if you think that's what's going to help you best. But at the end of the day, just take that moment to have that stillness of mind, okay? Have that moment to just that moment of silence that you need so you can think more clearly. So you have this moment of clarity come through. Now, you did get the moon, all right? So this makes a lot of sense, all right? The moon, here we go. This is all about a lot of the main message coming through for you, particularly for this week, is the not knowing what's coming next. The future, like the next steps, like that's why I say look at the 2023 reading. It's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable, but you can see you're that little crayfish coming out of the water here. It's the collective subconscious. So just getting out of your head a little bit is going to help, all right? Just get out of your head and just trust yourself a little bit more. The moon represents intuition, but listen, this is in your crown, so there could be a little bit of you that's feeling like you're going a little crazy, like things have been a little intense, all right? So not for all Aquarians, but for some Aquarians, especially because the moon, the word is derived from lunacy, so we all go a little crazy during a full. This is a really full moon, by the way. Biggest full moon you've ever seen, right? Between the two pillars, all right? We can even consider them towers, all right? That's another message coming through. If you feel that there's been just a little bit of chaos and destruction, all right? So between your conscious and subconscious, let's find that balance. But it feels like there is some emotion. There's a lot of, there could be some distress about what's going to come next, what's going to happen, where am I going, right? But as I said, oh wait, maybe I didn't say it, but starting next week, all that energy going into Capricorn, when we go into Capricorn season, that is your 12th house, the 12th house of the subconscious. Okay? We have to go a little bit deep to unroot some of those things that are not serving us well, especially as we enter this new era. Now, boom. You got the Lovers, okay? Ruled by Gemini, your BFF. You know Gemini's your BFF. Aquarius, listen, this is really good. And I love that you got the Lovers in the root of your spread, because it's showing that there's a lot of y'all are thinking about love. A lot of y'all are thinking about relationships. And when I say love, that can be platonic too with your friends. That's a message coming through. But here's the big thing is that for some of y'all, what's causing a lot of this could be a relationship that may not be the best for you, okay? I'm just letting you know you got the Lovers card, okay? With a Lovers card, you see Archangel Raphael up there. Abundance of sunlight. This is a beautiful card. 6 is the heart of the tree of life. 6 is all about harmony. You see the tree of life and the tree of knowledge in this card. But here's the thing. Archangel Raphael, he's the one that's gifting this love, okay? It's up to you to decide what to do with it. And so that's why that may be part of the struggle, part of the challenge, all right? Something about it, just having to let go. And if this doesn't resonate for you in terms of relationship, in terms of, romance, it could be work related, okay? It could be a boss, it could be a colleague, it could be your actual job. Am I in the right place? Am I working in a toxic environment? Do you remember, just have that moment of clarity, please. That's what's going to help you, okay? It's going to help you make that decision. Now, I have great news for you, Aquarius. You did get the Ace of Swords. In your future, you will be fine. You will be 1000% fine. Ace ushers in new opportunity, new change. You see the crown, you see the wreath. I mean, this is victory, this is success, this is power. This is the most powerful sword, okay? You see, you have a lot of duality in your spread here, okay? But before I even get into the Ace of Swords a little bit more, well, let me just tell you one more thing. Breakthrough, okay? You're going to be able to have that mental breakthrough. Just be aware of the chains. Be aware of the chains, the things that are not serving you well, okay? In order to be aware of the chains, you have to care, okay? You have to care. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you here about all the dualities that's showing up, first of all, you see the two pillars here now. You see, let's just call them Adam and Eve. You see both of them here, right? You see the devil mocking Archangel Raphael, right? So, here's the thing. You honestly, this is possibly with the moon in your crown, with judgment in the heart of your spread, it is possibly a relationship that you have in love, career, family, or a relationship you have attached to something like an addiction or a vice. Okay? You're going to have to decide to let go. Now, double-edged sword here. With power comes great responsibility. You know that. It's up to you to make the best decision. And again, the energy that's coming through is that you're over it anyway, and you're going to move forward. So use that sword. Be Jon Snow. Is that how you wield a sword? Be Jon Snow and just cut all that BS that you do not need from your life. Aquarius, I need to keep going. Oh my gosh, I talk way too much. All right, Aquarius, we're gonna look at your staff, okay? Here we go. Whew. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right, Aquarius. So the first thing I'm going to point out is I know that a lot of people say Aquarians are the ones who were very independent, right? Very independent, like rebellious too. We're the rebellious, and yes, I am an Aquarius, and we have this tendency to keep people at arm's length. Okay, we have thousands of friends. We only let a select few into our inner circle. Okay, this is why Aquarians are good listeners. Okay, because we don't talk about ourselves as much as other signs, right? I'm not dissing any other sign. I'm just saying that's how Aquarians are. We make good listeners. We're curious. We like to know. We're the humanitarians, right? And so I need you to just do that a little bit this week, okay? You have absolutely no cups in your spread. Absolutely none. And we know cups represent emotion, okay? That's the first thing that I'm going to say, okay? Now, secondly, you did get the 7 of Pentacles, all right? So, clear as day now. It is clear as day. One of the reasons why this is maybe challenging this week about making this decision is because you put a lot of hard work and effort into it, okay? Hard work and effort, again, it can be a relationship, it can be your work, it can be career, maybe a side hustle, maybe, your business if you're an entrepreneur. But listen, you've definitely put a lot of work in it. Now it is time. It is time to consider, is this right for me? Am I on the right path? Okay, you can see he's raked in all his wealth, success, all his pentacles. I mean, don't take for granted all the hard work that you've done. He's resting. Do you see a huge smile on his face? No. He's tired. He's exhausted. He's taking this moment to think, do I keep going? Okay? You see that it's all coming up in your spread here. All right? It's all coming up your spread. So I am not telling you that you're on the wrong path. I am not telling you you're not in the right relationship. I am not telling you you're in the wrong job. I'm telling you it is time for you to think for yourself and make that decision. All I'm saying is take that just to think about, is it the right one? If it is, perfect. That's great. Stay with it. Just get rid of that thing that may be an obstacle with it, all right? And also, when you're in this moment, having this awareness, this clarity, stillness of mind, taking that time, taking that break to think about your next step in the future. Remember, you got the moon, okay? In your crown. It can even be, now is the time that I get promoted. Now is the time that I ask for a raise. Now is the time that I want to get engaged. Now is the time that I... Do you see, like, this is all about thinking about the next step, but also making sure that you are in the right path and having the choices, right? Now, let's get to your... you got the 5 of Wands in your external factors area, okay? So this week, this has definitely been a conflict for you, all right? And there could be another one arising. It's not going to be a big one, FYI. All right. Just FYI. It's not going to be a big one. And even though I say conflict, sure. But listen, this is where a lot of argument energy, a lot of nobody seeing eye to eye, egos at play here. But Again, not a big deal. I would not worry about it. It's not even worth your time. Yes. 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 This is great. So, let me just say real quick. Take a good look at this card, Aquarius. These are kids swinging wands in the air. That's why I say it's not worth your time. Whatever argument is, challenge it is. It's something that where nobody's listening and everyone's talking. It's where someone's got to stand up and say, we all need to get together. We all need to just we're not getting anywhere. We really need to focus here. Yeah, and if you do come across this area, you can tell everyone too. Venus is in Capricorn. Mercury is in Capricorn. We need to get serious. We need to get practical. We need to be more, grounded. Let's do that. All right. So this is just saying, expect that something may come up this week, and some of y'all may be feeling it already. Another message coming through is internals. For some of y'all, it will be internal. This tug of war, internal fight, do I do this, do I do that? Just know that it shouldn't take up a lot of energy. Now, you did get the death card, okay? Clarifying that. All right, so whatever this is, I want you to nip it in the bud. All right, you are on this massive new life. This is a transformational process, right? The death of something, starting a new life cycle, that new chapter in your life. Okay, and don't be afraid of this card. This is one of the best cards. Okay, you can see even a lot of great things here. You can see the white horse, the white rose. Purity, right? You see the sun coming out on the horizon, sun promising, the sun optimism. The skeleton on the horse, fully protected. He's a fully protected knight here, okay? Secondly, skeleton, what out of our body endures the longest? You're absolutely right, Aquarius. You win, okay? Our skeleton, this has a long shelf life. So you're about to enter this really, really, really long shelf life, okay? New chapter that is going to be just setting you up for this new beginning, okay? That's why you have a lot of big things happening, because you're about, and I don't want you to enter this new chapter holding on to anything that doesn't serve you well, okay? Things that just don't serve you well, things that you don't need. Let's get rid of those, okay? And another message coming through is just don't let the past what's the word? Not predict. Steal your present, okay? Don't yeah. Anyway, so let's keep going. The sun is, I love this, okay? Because it looks like, that's all you're looking for is abundance at this point, okay? So, I love this for you. I really do love this for you. I love the fact that, okay, you have such a crazy, all you have to know is you're going on a very, very, very new path, and everyone has free will. You have the choice to go on this new path without any of the drama, any of the BS, or anything that is not serving you well, okay? You have that choice, okay? I'm saying it'll be a lot better if you use that sword and have that breakthrough moving forward into this new chapter, right? That's very promising with this sun, optimism, hope. This is promising future, okay? This is really, and in order to get to this point, you're going to have to work through the emotions, right? You're going to have to work through emotions. And I always say this, you see the dog and the wolf here, okay? They represent evolution, all right? So we do have to go through these emotional moments to evolve, all right? So, oh my gosh, this is probably your most heaviest reading, okay? Oh, the word that I was thinking of, don't let your past dictate your present. That's what I was trying to say. I was predict your present? What did I say? I don't even remember. Lastly, your final outcome, 2 of Wands. This is cool. Listen. Okay. 2. Duality. Listen, I can't even, spread is so significant. There's so much duality here. There's so much like, oh gosh, choices. Okay, now again, choices. But listen, 2, you can see he has a globe in his hand. Okay, highest point of the castle, right? Great perspective, great vision, great view. You have that. You have all that, Aquarius. You're the innovators, okay? You're the forward thinkers. You're the future. Aquarius rules the forward thinking, right? So, 2, however, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You see 1 wand in, 1 wand out. So, start planning, okay? Start planning. This is a really good time. Start planning. What do you want? Okay, Aquarius? What do you want for 2023? What are you going to do to make that happen? Start preparing and planning. Aquarius, this is your heaviest, deepest reading you have ever had. I mean, like, you got the devil, you got death, you got the moon, you got the sun, you got judgment, and so many major arcanas, and then you all these other cards that are just saying, take this moment to think about what you need to leave behind and how you're going to move forward and what you want to do. But remember, take that time to do it. Ace of Swords in your future, you're golden. Just remember, double-edged sword. So use that power to benefit you, okay? We all want to feel empowered, not powerless, okay? I want you to feel liberated, not limited, all right? We don't want to move forward. We don't want to move forward in fear, but we want to do it with like so much love. You're good. You're good. You're good as long as you make that choice and just move forward in a way that will serve you best, and just start planning what you want for yourself. All right, Aquarius, I love you so much. You know what? Yours is always the longest reading. Where are we? 27 minutes. I love you, Aquarius. Thanks again for tuning in. If you like this reading, be great if you like and subscribe and leave comments. I love comments. You know I leave if you're not a commenter, which Aquarians, by the way, are the least to comment. FYI, just leave an emoji. That makes me smile. I love getting notifications of emojis. It really does make me smile. And if you're a subscriber, I love you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye.